And I'll just say that the book was written during the time of my parents' aging, and most of the poems are elegiac in nature, and but I'm going to try to avoid the ones that dwell on the sad material, and it's not all that. So, and since my former student Andrada Frunza is here, and she is a mathematician, it seems obvious to me that I need to begin with the poem Henri Poincaré Explains. Poincaré was a mathematician. I hope you realize that. The ideas hung on the walls, inert, like the hooked atoms of Erasmus, or maybe more like jackets, flannel shirts with patched elbows, and it took my effort to lift them off the wall, to be intrigued by embroidered lining, to see that rot had taken the linen, and in this sad enterprise, I thought that nothing fresh could come from disparate broken things, possessed, nonetheless, by the wild energy of the hand loomed. I went to sleep. But while I slept, atoms began to zip like gnats. A tartan cloak rummaged under the bedclothes, groped for compass, stowed in my pocket a solvent for the hooked electron bonds, and I woke, map in my hand, the hauling sleds fully loaded for the poles. This is the last train home. Let outside in says the poster of a girl asleep on a bed, set outside under a pear tree, ripe with fruit. Under the bed, the lawn, flashed white with blossom, signals summer. But she sleeps, and perhaps the seasons commingle. There is a red handle on a cord signed Emergency Brake Valve. There is the now of blue pleather, the sway of locomotion. Along the tracks in tiny gravel grottos, bouquets of lungwort, lupin, corydalus. In the girl's dream, she reaches for a pear and grabs, instead, the brake valve. Stop, she cries, but the flowers cannot stop their endless work of bloom, of deadhead, their flutter of fragrance, and going to seed. Probably hold the applause until the end. This is what if you look up. What if you look up and the day itself shivers and you surrender to a deep, deep wish to touch an arm. Just an arm. A sweaty one with brown curls of hair. Not the most perceptive rim, but robust, capable of lifting an oak dresser. What if on Tuesday your most remembered act was scraping and sanding an old nightstand? Tender application of paint named Earl Grey, renewal with a small foam brush. What if you see things backwards? Perceive land as blue and mountains green? What if the blue swale and the red rumped yews and the inverted mountain are not the bounty of your imagination, but signals that your lived day is too lean? Sorry. I will. This poem is rooted in, it's based on, it references the Hopper painting, Rooms with a View. I don't know how many of you have seen it, but it's called Rhapsody While Trying to Rest in a Hopper Painting. She catches only a catnap before the walls begin to luff, before the sea wind swings the door wide open. Outside is nothing to look upon but blue waves cut in furrows by offshore winds. No solid ground except the bare floor scoured by sun. That ornate gold frame on the wall is lying about stability. The house lists. It drags against the mooring. So much space in these spare rooms. She can't see what's rushing in or leaving. So much space, she never knows if God will grab the tiller. Each morning, she wakes on a new continent.